All right, we should be live now with no audio issues. And so let me just check that out real quick. Just a second. Here we are. I'll be there any day now. All right, let's see. And here we are. Let's see. All right, it does look as if we are live. So here we are. Welcome to the stream. As you can see, this is kind of not a good situation to be in right now with the storms that are coming in to the area. Those could be nasty. Hail is definitely a possibility there. And so let's just be careful. Severe storm warnings have been issued for these storms, and they continue to head towards the area and seem to be actually on a strengthening trend at the moment. It looks like we're going to have some storms headed north into the area. Some hail could be associated with those. So here, let's see real quick. And yes, it does look as if we do have some storms that could include a little bit of hail coming into the area right now, not including those other storms that are forming right now. And you can see they're really blowing up, and it's not good. So we'll just have to see what happens. Severe storm watch is likely to go into effect for more counties, especially into Illinois, right around here. Actually, you can't see my cursor, sorry. But it's right past the Missouri border. I think that's how long that severe storm watch will extend as these storms do continue to blow up. You can see I do have the Storm Prediction Center Day 1 outlook up for everyone to see. Slight risk is in effect for our area. And also, you can see the tornado watch that I have put up there with the storms as well and the latest radar imagery. All right, well, it does not look like we have anything in particular going on right now that is too unexpected. We're just continuing to watch these storms as they close into the area. Something, though, that is important is that you can see on the back there, those storms are beginning to weaken, so that may be hinting at that these storms won't be around for much longer and could be weakening as they do head towards the area. Still, though, prepare for some severe weather with this line of storms. Some power outages are a good possibility with that. Also, I think I see up near Columbia some rotation, so that could be dangerous. That will probably be headed towards Bowling Green. Let's see. Any rotation detected though on radar? Not that I see. So it looks as if they may be safe. But we are getting lots of storms now going into the area. All right. Well, if you have any questions, be sure to post them in the live chat. I would love to answer some of those. It does not look like we do have any tornado warnings in effect at the moment. All right, we have one person watching. So that is a good thing. All right. If we look at this right now, let's just dig deeper into these storms. We can see in the front of the main line another line beginning to blow up. We also see storms headed north into the St. Louis area coming from the south from around Farmington. Those could get interesting. I think a couple of those could become severe and even tornadic potentially. We'll have to see what exactly happens there. Still a tornado watch 248 is in effect, and that is valid until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time tonight. All right, well, it looks like these storms are moving outside of Jefferson City now, and they are expected to arrive in the near future to St. Louis. Union, especially, is about to get pelted hard with some hail from these storms as it does head in. Wentzville's under the gun, probably starting to feel a little bit of rain there. Let's see. Let's take a look at the severe potential. So, let's see. Out of how much do we think the severe potential is? And so, I'm actually putting that up live. We'll see what exactly I find. And so here I'm just running that analysis now. Exactly what's going on. Alright, doesn't look like tornado threats too bad from this. Let's take a look here. What about the atmospheric energy? That's going to be interesting. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Alright. Alright, so generally from this graph, things that I'm looking at right here, we generally do have a good idea of what exactly is going on. So let's see here. Our severe threat is moderate right now, so let me size that down and actually bring that down. We'll actually bring that down to the corner over here. A moderate threat for severe storms tonight. So that is not good for our area. So moderate risk of you getting a severe thunderstorm warning area-wide. And so that is not a good thing. Let's see, what kind of hail are we gonna get tonight? That is a good question. Let me look at that now. So, if we look, let's see. There we go, we do have that. Pressure falls. Do we have any cap preventing these storms from blowing? Not where the storms are now. I mean, the northern part's definitely getting bottlenecked. But other than that, this is actually looking pretty good. Yeah. Uh, yeah, so my hail size estimate, let's see, what would I call that? Here, let me actually pull that up, and we'll see what exactly we find. So, hail size, what would I think the hail size would be? I'd say up to 2 inches or so of hail, with hail size, is possible tonight. Alright, and feel free to post in the live chat if you do have any questions or comments about the current situation. Alright, let's see. Speaking of thunderstorms, I just heard a crackle of thunder myself. And I think it's going to begin to rain here fairly soon in my area. Let's see. What's going to be the wind speeds? What wind speeds could we get up to? I'd say around 70 miles an hour. Yeah, we'll go with 70. So let me bring that up. Winds 70. There we go. Yep. 70-mile-an-hour winds. And there we go. Do I want to put these up along the side? Yeah, I'm going to put these up along the side. There we go. There we go. All right. So, let's take a look at the tornado threat. Not very high, but I can't say that it's unlikely that one would touch down at some point tonight. Let's go. I think we could have up to EF1 tornadoes. So I'm going to bring that up. EF1. There we go. F1 or so. There we are. Alright, so there we go. Up to EF1 tornadoes with this storm. And once again, we still do have those severe storm warnings going on. Let's see. Oh, alright, there we go. Alright, that just refreshed. Radar did just refresh itself. So, there we go. That is the latest on radar. And we will continue to see what happens. So still up to EF1 tornadoes as this does approach. And Union really about to get smacked. Oh, there we go. Another severe thunderstorm warning now in effect. That is in effect for Wentzville, Union, and probably we are going to have one near St. Louis fairly soon. So people around that area, please take cover now, and we will be giving you the latest as time does go on. Alright, so let's see, what storm reports do we have from the Storm Prediction Center, at least official storm reports, if we can take a look at that. Alright, St. Louis storm reports. Let's see, where are they? Local storm reports, alright. So if we take a look at that. Alright, we do have for now, this is as of right now, we do have many hail reports around the area. We have a couple of tornado reports near Columbia, so people around there, please take cover now. There could be a potential tornado there, storm reports of that. Troy getting dangerous winds and hail. St. Louis getting reports of hail from those little storms south there. And so we do have some more or less dangerous storm reports. So let's just be aware of that. Once again, if you do have any comments or questions, feel free to put those down in the chat. I would be more than happy to answer those for you. Alright, let's see. We do have a hail report now. A new hail report near Columbia. Alright, let's see. Alright, yeah. Greeny, Missouri, quarter to $half sized hail. That was posted on social media. And that is currently what we're seeing at the moment. We're seeing several limbs down in Everton on trees and Lockwood, so that is not good. We also see multiple trees down and garages damaged in Walnut Grove. And here we are, large tree uprooted with other large tree limbs down. That is also near our area. That was 2 miles northwest of Ashland. So that is not a good thing. That is not a good thing at all. Alright, well, let's see what exactly the latest is on radar. Here we are. All web pages are getting refreshed right now. And so we'll just have to see what exactly the latest is on everything. Storms, those two lines seem to be merging together a little bit. We'll have to keep an eye on that. And I think there is the potential for a tornado, especially north of Columbia. I'm almost starting to notice a bow-like formation on the storm that would be known as a bow echo. So we'll just have to see what happens there. We'll just have to wait. Alright, radar is indicating nothing better than nastiness just headed for our area, so hopefully this storm does calm down before it does head into the area. Um, Hopefully not too much damage does occur from the storm. But at this point, unfortunately, it is not looking like that will be the case. Go to the Storm Prediction Center website. Let's see, do they have any mesoscale discussions that are particularly important right now? That is a question. There don't seem to be any mesoscale discussions, so it doesn't look like anymore that they're going to actually issue a severe storm watch past this. Even though I really would think that it would be a good idea to issue at least a severe storm watch uh, outside of that tornado watch area, which this storm is almost outside of. Alright, we got 2 viewers. That is absolutely fantastic. If you have any questions, just feel free to let me know, and I will be more than happy to answer those. Alright. So let's see, relative to everything else, this is pretty amazing. We'll just have to see here. What exactly are we going to be seeing here? That's the question. What exactly is this going to bring to our area? And it's already bringing severe stuff, but the question is, will it strengthen, which is actually the most likely looking thing, or will it weaken, which I hope it does, although that is not looking like there's a very good chance of that right now. Let's refresh radar real quick. It does look like there have been some updates since last refresh, including those two warnings being canceled according to one of my weather apps. Although, according to this, the severe storm warning is still on even after refreshing the page. So, there is a little bit of controversy there, I guess, if the storm warning has gone away or not. Taking a look at hail size estimates, there are estimates of up to 1.5 inches within this storm, so just be ready for the hail as it does move in. Oh, good news, that has actually now just gone down to 1 inch, so that's a good thing. So, it looks as if 1 inch is going to be the largest hail we're going to see, at least in this line of storms. Although, unfortunately, that is not going to be the storms that we're gonna get. That's not all we're gonna get, at least. We're going to get more as the night does go in. There are actually some south of Springfield right now that I am monitoring very closely. We will have to see if those do continue to develop, and if they do, we do have some issues on our hands. So hopefully they don't continue to develop, but as things are looking right now, they will continue to develop, and there is nothing really that we can do about it. Yeah, so those storms south there do have actually lots of flood watches, lots of flooding risk there, and flood warnings are in effect for our rivers, and I feel like we haven't been out of floods in quite a while. Tornado watch is still in effect. That will remain in effect until around 10 o'clock tonight. And my dog is going nuts. That's just great. Okay. Alright. Alright, sorry about that. I just did not want to blow your ears out, so that's why the audio turned off. Although that is back now, which is very exciting. Alright, if we continue to look at this, there's definitely a weakening trend now on this storm that I'm noticing, so that is a good thing for us. Not such a good thing for the storm itself, though. Alright. And let's see, there we go. Now this is refreshed to what my app was saying. There we go. With that severe storm warning in effect. This thing is really close now to Wentzville and Union. Those smaller storms are dying off, but they do seem as if they will be dying off slowly, and it will be taking quite a while for those to die off. Alright, still around 1 inch hail within the storm, and that is classified as severe hail. Let's see, what exactly does the severe thunderstorm warning say? The severe thunderstorm warning is for southwestern Lincoln County and east central Missouri, central Montgomery County and east central Missouri, Franklin County and east central Missouri, Warren County and east central Missouri, Gasconade County and east central Missouri until 8:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 7:23 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending near Williamsburg to near Swiss to 8 miles southeast of Bland, moving east at 50 miles per hour, with that hazard being 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so hail doesn't seem like it's that big of an issue to the National Weather Service, although, from my estimates, there is hail within the storm. Alright, let's see. Radar keeps drawing close to the yellow boxes on the map. Those yellow boxes are severe thunderstorm warnings. And severe thunderstorm warnings are where, well, the severity of the storm is. Well, where the severe part of the storm is, that's where the hail's going to be. That's where the very strong winds are going to be. That's where the worst of the storm is going to be. So, as we keep on seeing radar drawing close to those yellow boxes on the map, that just means that we're getting close to a severe part of the thunderstorm. Alright. Well, 3 people are watching. I'm very happy about that. And yeah, I also see now that some people are thinking we may miss a southern tail, and that is definitely a possibility. And I would agree with you there, but the line seems to be beginning to extend again. now as I look at these latest frames on radar, so I'm not necessarily sure if we're going to miss it. I know Wentzville definitely is under the gun. I know Union is probably under the gun. I know that there's no way they're getting out of that. But we'll see what happens. That's definitely a possibility. Alright. Now, these 60 mile per hour winds that the National Weather Service is talking about are radar indicated, so those are not confirmed. Those are just indicated by weather radar. Let's see. What storm reports do we have now? It looks like we do have more hail reports now near Columbia, so that's just great. We'll see if that does cause any issues for us. But yeah, more reports near Columbia, so that just means that there's most definitely hail there. And looky there, it's about to start raining where I am. Alright, well that's just great. I am really now starting to notice how um, the southwest part of the storm has died and the northwestern part of the storm is dying. Look at that, now we have 4 viewers. There we are. So, 4 people watching the stream. Thank you guys so much. Uh, let's see. What else are we thinking about right now? Right now, I'm noticing that Bowling Green is getting hammered, so that's great. Uh, we're probably having lots of fun. They're about to get smashed with some hail, half-inch to 1 inch in diameter hail. And then over here, ooh, we now, as the latest radar frame has come in, have 2.5 inch hail reported within this storm, according to radar. So radar indications are leaning towards this storm having 2.5 inch hail. That is some bad news. And hopefully that is incorrect. Hopefully it's less than that. But at this point, it's looking like that's just it. We're not really going to have much hope of no hail at all as this storm does come in. Alright, well, I have answered a question on the chat. Feel free to post more questions if you would like to post them, and I will be more than glad to answer them. Alright, that tornado watch still does remain in effect until around 10 tonight, and that will be when that tornado watch does expire. Let's see, do we have any more watches in effect? We do not have any more watches in effect. So that is how that's going. So no other particular severe storm watches. Let's go over the Storm Prediction Center outlook. Looking at it, you can see we are not in the highest threat. So even though we're getting severe storms, we are not in the highest threat. Actually, Texas and Oklahoma are in the highest threat today. Yesterday, they got hammered with tornadoes, and that was pretty bad. Looking here, I just realized there's actually severe storms near Pennsylvania. So that's something I guess to keep in mind. I don't know. But yeah, it's looking like this is not going to be good. This storm as it does move in, and it is continuing to move towards us. All right. Those storms are really starting to blow up to the south of us. That's just slightly worrying to see, especially because right there in particular, huge potential for tornado formation. So Joplin needs to watch out. Oh, but there we go. We just got updates on current observations, including energy in the atmosphere. And now looking at the latest on that, I can confidently say that we will be getting up to EF2 tornadoes now. So that is an issue. If a tornado does form, it could get fairly strong with winds of over 100 miles per hour. So that could be a issue. Up to 135-mile-per-hour winds with those. That is the strength of a Category 4 hurricane. Here we are as I look south. There are tons of severe storm warnings now. South in the border of Missouri and Arkansas. That's where we're getting lots of severe storm warnings now. And so that just means that we have even more stuff headed north that is going to be bad. And then the other thing about this is that we have storms headed in two different directions. We have one headed east northeast and we have one headed due north. And so that just means that the environment is very conducive for tornadoes as these two boundaries collide. And then we also have storms continuing to head north in that boundary between Arkansas and Missouri. And storms, yeah, that line's now extending to the Missouri border of storms, although they've kind of become independent of each other. So we'll see what happens there. All right. Well, let's take a look at the latest on radar. That severe thunderstorm warning has shrunk some, and it does not look like they will be issuing a new one for a little bit. New severe storm warning just went in effect to the south, so that is a issue, and that could potentially be bad. We'll see what happens there. And the hail detected now within the storm, if we look at it, is at 1.5 inches. So we've gone from 2.5 to 1.5 inches. That is rather rapid weakening. So that's good news. So the storm could rapidly weaken, I guess, in that amount of time. But 1/2 inch to 1.5 inch hail can be expected as this does head into the St. Louis area. Well, I guess if it isn't in it already, which I'm pretty sure it is in it already. But yeah, you can see, yep, the severe storm warnings exploding to the south. And let's actually see, what are we looking at for the severe storm warning near Houston? That does contain some rotation, so that could potentially become a tornado. And if we look at the storm itself, rotation is definitely detected. We do have, let's see, what is the hail size on this guy? Alright, just a second. Alright, 1 inch hail on that. Let's see, what are we looking at with the severe storm warning? Alright, so a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Texas County in south central Missouri. Uh, we have 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. Radar indicated and hail damage to vehicles expected. Expect wind damage to roofs and sightings of trees. Alright, well, that is not a good thing at all to be seeing, so hopefully the storms do weaken, although that's kind of what I've been hoping all stream long, and that's just not looking like that's going to be what happens. There we go, more thunder around my area. That's just great. That's just great. Alright, 5 watching. That is a record. Thank you guys so much. That is actually pretty meaningful to me that 5 people would care enough to click on this video and watch me ramble about storms approaching the area. So, yeah, it means a lot to me. Let's just get the radar refreshed. And there we go. That storm warning is probably going to expire here fairly soon with a brand new one taking its place as this does head into the St. Louis area. That is if they still consider it severe. I personally consider it severe because of all the hail that it could be producing. If you have any questions, just let me know down in the live chat and I will be more than happy to answer them. Alright, let's see. What do we have on energy in the atmosphere? Alright, so that energy in the atmosphere is actually, it's not increasing nor is it decreasing, but it is moving north. So that does mean, and this is around Farmington right now where this giant bulk of energy is, and that's continuing to head north. So that's really bad. And probably by the time the storm's here, that 2,000 joules per kilogram, which is the particular amount of energy, will be up to here. Alright, let's see what is the severe threat now of our area getting severe storms. I'm not sure. I don't think I need to bring it up to a high, but if you guys watching do think there is a reason to bring it up to high, feel free to let me know. Or if you think I should lower the risk, let me know. If there are any forecast changes you want me to make, just let me know. And I will see what I can do about that. Alright, more refreshing. Alright, well, the Storm Prediction Center has updated their outlook. We are now in the highest threat area. That is a slight risk. The enhanced risk has gone down to slight. We are now in that slight risk. And we are probably going to stay in that all night long. These storms are going to continue to head up. And that will be an issue as these storms do continue to move. And there will be lots of energy in the atmosphere. So we'll see what happens there. I feel like I say we'll see what happens there a lot. Alright, well, doesn't look like there's very much new to talk about at the moment. Except for that the hail has updated. So let's see, what does the hail graphic now indicate? Still 1.5-inch hail. So that is not a good thing. Looks like Innsbruck is getting hit really bad by this storm. So is Warrington, Marthasville, Washington, Union getting hit, New Haven getting hit, Gerald getting hit, Leslie getting hit. All of them getting hit. We seem to have New Melly getting hit. And many other locations. Alright, so if we look at these storms, we'll notice that there is actually a lot going on here. These lines are about to merge as the one in the front is moving slower than the one in the back, and that energy combined could definitely cause some issues with hail and all kinds of other things. Like very, very, very strong winds, which also are not the things that we would prefer. Alright, well, it may not look like it on your screen as the radar I have up is a little bit behind the radar that I'm looking at. The radar I'm looking at does show these two lines have merged, and we're now seeing hail up to 2 inches in diameter. That is not a good thing. There we go, a new record, 6 people watching. Alright, thank you so much. There we go. Now the winds are really starting to pick up. That could be an issue. Worried the power's gonna go out here. Uh, yeah. So if the live stream just suddenly cuts out, it's because the power went out. Hopefully that does not happen, and I can stay on for quite a while longer. Alright, I think the National Weather Service is about to issue another severe storm warning. We'll see any minute now, won't we? Alright, yeah, some of the storms beyond the severe storm warning, they've gotta issue another one any minute now. The storm is within their parameters a severe storm. I've only been looking at hail though. Let's see what the winds are on this guy. And alright, I do see winds of up to, let's see, what is that? That's about 55 miles per hour. And alright. Now this is not able to be tornadic at this point, but there is some rotation I have detected within the storm that is headed right for Wentzville, St. Paul, Darting Prairie, St. Charles, Burlington, Maryland Heights. Could also be potentially impacted for Chesterfield. Looks like our radar is now down as the last frame. It's about 7 minutes old. And as I say that, the radar goes back up. Alright, so that's a good thing. Alright, so we can expect the storm to arrive in the area by around 8:50 or so. So by around 8:50, the storm should be here. Alright, well, I guess I should just go over for the new viewers what is going on. Let's see. Yes, I can tell the wind speed from the radar, and I can do that by looking at a special parameter known as base velocity. I'll actually post a link in the chat to where you can see that for yourself if you would like to. There you go. So, here I should be able to post that any minute. Alright, so up to 8 viewers. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much. Alright, here, I'll get that link in the chat here any minute now. There we go. That is the link right there. Oh, that was a lightning strike. Alright. I wish I had a camera or something I could just show you guys all what was going on outside of my house. Because it's looking kind of gnarly. Alright. Here we go, refreshing radar again. Yep, as you can see now for yourself, those storms have merged. So now that those have come together, now you should be able to see for yourself what exactly is going on. Alright, just got latest hail calculations, and up to 1 inch hail now, so that hail size has decreased down to 1 inch. That's a good thing. You know what I haven't done in a while? I haven't checked the energy in the atmosphere and what the threats are right now overall for how strong these storms could get. So let's check that out, shall we? Alright, nothing really has changed energy wise. It's still continuing to move north, which is a bad thing. Alright, well, alright, the tornado threat continues to rise. Not up to EF3 though. What about wind speeds? Nothing really there. Hail size, I think we can downgrade that some. We'll downgrade that to about 1.5 inches. Oh, the storms to the south are really starting to get in there. The four circles just show you the main threats. So, on the top, that's the tornado threat. That's how strong the tornadoes could get. The one below that, that's hail size, so that could be up to 1.5 inches. 70 miles per hour, that is the top wind speed that these storms could hit. And the bottom is the overall storm threat, and that is moderate for the severe storm threat. So that's what those four circles are for. Maybe I should label those next time. I think that would be a good idea. Alright. Storm Prediction Center has not updated their outlook. I guess they don't need to at this point. Let's see. Severe storm blowing up to the south. Alright. Yeah. Let's see, what exactly are your stats? Holy smokes, wow. Those storms down south are really strong. Alright, so about 1 inch hail in that storm near Houston. Now, another storm with hail, that's the storm north of Houston. That should probably become severe within the next few minutes or so. Right. Then we have another severe storm warning that's just, well, where you can barely see it on your radar. And hail size of up to 1 inch on that storm and winds of over 70 miles per hour. Alright, back up to 7 people watching. Thank you so much. So, Tornado Watch 248 is still the tornado watch that has been issued. Not many tornado warnings, though. I don't think we even had one since the stream has started, unless I'm incorrect. Ooh, well, the latest update on energy came in and tornado potential, and that is looking kind of bad. near Kansas, and those are where those storms are that I'm worried about later tonight. And the tornado energy is out of 15 and 11. So that is really bad. That'll probably, though, go down as the night goes on because the sun isn't giving it much energy anymore. Take a look at the energy in the atmosphere. That has now gone up to 2,500 joules per kilogram, which is a significant bump. Let's see, what would that bring up? Wind speed, definitely, so let's bring that up. If I'm looking at the storm right now, it's looking like it's not really gonna go into that high energy, but still severe storms later tonight could get up to now 80 miles per hour, I would think. Tornadoes, I really don't think there's much more of a threat. I have not quite gotten advanced enough to tell threats for specific areas, although that is a good suggestion. I could start doing that here soon. But if I had to take a look at the general threat for Chesterfield or Baldwin, the threat I'd say is a slight threat for anything overly severe. Throughout all night long, it's rather obvious a severe storm is approaching the main area. But I'd say winds of up to 60 miles per hour in your area, hail of up to 2 inches, and up to EF1 tornadoes. But I apologize, I have not come up with a way to specifically show areas in that threat. Hopefully, I'll be able to come up with a solution like that fairly soon. The Storm Prediction Center does a very good job with that on their graphic. That is on the top left corner of your screen, and they do a very good job of stuff like that. Alright, well, thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Let's see. Latest hail estimates. What exactly are we looking at there? Alright, well. Still hail of up to 1 inch in the storm. This is about to actually strike Flint Hill, Wentzville, St. Paul, O'Fallon, Darting Prairie, Weldon Spring, Chesterfield, Town and Country, Wildwood, Pacific, Villa Ridge, Augusta, Union. All are about to get hit. South of there, you're probably out of this one. Unless the line does begin to extend farther south again, which has happened before. 8 people watching. Thank you so much. Oh, you know what? Shameless plug moment. I'm gonna post on Facebook and Twitter that I'm live. If I can get to the link of my own stream, that is. Which I hope I'm capable of doing. Alright, yes I am, so. Alright. Shameless plug. And new hail stuff just came in, up to 1 inch still, so not very much has changed. And winds now of up to 70 miles per hour in the storm, I think. Don't quote me on that. Just a second, let me verify that. Can you zoom out so that we can see what is further away? I can do that, although I would have to pull up a different graphic because this is at a fixed zoom. So, I'm not sure. Alright, well, the severe storm warning itself has expired. The storm, apparently, according to the National Weather Service, is no longer severe. Although, in my personal opinion, it is severe still, especially because of that 1-inch hail. Alright, so let me see. I'll attempt to zoom further out real quick. Oh. Alright, yeah. I guess if the left is suffice, even though that radar is not actually in motion, I guess that is fine. I should be plugging myself more often, huh? Good to know. Well, here anyway, I'm going to attempt to get that farther zoomed out stuff just real quick. Unfortunately, when I do that, I won't be able to have the warnings up, so I'll just have to read those off. So that occurs. Actually, I can get the warnings up, yeah. They'll just look different. So, let's do that real quick. So we'll do that. Alright, now I think the radar should get zoomed out now. Alright, let's see. Will that work? Okay, that will not work. Alright, so let me go back to the old one real quick. Alright, so let's go there. Alright. Alright, at this point it should be back to normal. There we go. There we go. Alright, well, the storm is no longer severe, so that is a good thing. And, alright, well, 8 people watching. Thank you so much. Sadly, though, I am going to need to wrap this up quickly here fairly soon. So, I'll give it about 5 more minutes and the stream will be going offline at 8:25. So, yeah, I just need to begin wrapping this up soon. Alright, let's take a look at the latest hail calculations. And we'll just do that. Alright, so still hail up to 1 inch as of 8:08, which is about 10 minutes ago. And half-inch hail also. So we got half-inch to 1-inch hail around the area. I don't know why I let her break the broadcast. I don't know why I would do such a thing. I bet it was her evil plan all along. Totally. Wreck the broadcast. Alright. Well, on one side, I wonder why this isn't giving out the latest radar. Here. Let's see. There we go. It still won't. Yeah, that's odd. Alright, well, I guess you're gonna have to deal with that. We'll have to see what's happening. 9 people watching. Wow. That's a lot of people. That's more people than I have in my house. It's more than a household's worth of people. Alright, well. Let's see here. Let me refresh the radar on the side, the big radar. There it is. And alright, so there has been a slight update with the tornado watch. That is that the risks for tornadoes, according to the Storm Prediction Center, have gone up. So tornadoes now have a moderate risk. EF2 tornadoes or above are now low, but still a possibility. Severe wind is likely. Severe hail is also likely. So those are the problems. Let's see. 9 people. Wow. Alright, well. Let's continue with this whole thing. Alright. I gotta see if the radar will actually refresh or something, because it seems to be reluctant to. Either way, I guess it's fine. Get the gist of things. Basically, bad storms are coming. That's all you need to know. Let's see. Has the Storm Prediction Center updated their risks? They have not. Well, that is absolutely fine. Do we have anything new on winds or hail? Let's see. No new hail stuff. Let's take a look at velocity. That is getting up to around 55 miles per hour now. And then on rotation, there is rotation within this storm that is not conducive of a tornado, but is getting pretty close. So we'll see what is going on. Alright, well, as these storms do continue to move in, should be pretty exciting. And there's all kinds of lightning and thunder outside of my house, so that's just great. 8 watching. That's insane. It's a lot of people. Alright, let's see. Alright. Let me actually take a look at the latest risks here, just in general, see if we have any brand new energy in the atmosphere. So I'll check that real quick. What? I'm still live. Okay, I'll be done in like 2 minutes. Okay. Alright, well, that was awfully sudden. Alright, I guess I'm gonna get off now. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button down below. If you didn't, feel free to hit that dislike button as well. And if you want to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe. Bye bye!